Oh, I am here. Alright. This whole video of the missing aircrafts. Yes. Let's play this music, shall we? Alright, let's read this story. 1951, Canadian Pacific Airlines, Douglas DC-4 disappearance. The 1951 Canadian Pacific Douglas DC-4 disappearance occurred on the July 21st, 1951, when a Douglas DC-4 four-engine piston airliner registered CPC, Canadian Pacific Airlines, disappeared on a scheduled flight for the United Nations from Vancouver, Canada to Tokyo, Japan. Neither the aircraft nor the 31 passengers and 6 crew have been found. At 1835, the DC-4 departed Vancouver International Airport, Canada, on a scheduled flight to Tokyo. It was due to stop over Anchorage Airport, Alaska. The flight scheduled reported at the Cape Spear intersection in British Columbia, 90 minutes from Anchorage. It gave estimate of 2,400 for Yukon, Nunavut, and Alaska. The weather in the area was heavy rain and icy conditions, with visibility of 500 feet. Nothing but failed to find any trace of the aircraft or its 37 occupants. The search was finally called off on October 31st, 1951, on Halloween Day. The aircraft, a Douglas DC-4 four-engine piston airliner, had been built in 1944 for the United States Army Air Force as the Douglas C-54A Skymaster. But on delivery in June 1944, it was delivered to the United States Navy with its registration R5D1. In 1945-6, it was converted into a civil DC-4 standard for Pan American Airlines as Clipper Winged Racer. It was sold to Canadian Pacific Airlines in 1950. All 6 crew were Canadian and the passengers were 28 serving and civilian members of the United States Armed Forces and 3 United Nations officials of its sector or other officials were on board the craft. Possible cause. The possible cause was reported as no traces of the aircraft or its occupants has been found to date. The cause of the disappearance has not been determined. What do I think happened? Maybe they got abducted by aliens. Wanna hear another story? How about the 727 disappearance? A Boeing 727-200 registered N84AA was stolen from Coto de Federal Airport, Lena, Angola, on May 25, 2003. The disappearance prompted a worldwide search by the FBI and CIA. Background. Plane serial number 20985 was manufactured in 1975 and formerly owned by American Airlines. Its last owner was reported to be Miami-based company Aerospace Sales and Leasing. While on leasing to TAG Angola Airlines, it had been grounded and sat idle at Luanda for 14 months, according more than $4 million in backed airport fees. and one or two technical processes being converted to used by IRS airlines. The FBI described it as unpainted silver in color with a stripe of blue, white, red. The plane was formerly in the air a fleet of major airline, but all the passenger seats have been removed. It's outfitted to carry diesel fuel. Shortly after May 25th, two men are believed to have boarded the plane, one of them being an American pilot and flight engineer Ben Charles Poda. The other, John Rico Mutu, was hired mechanic from the Republic of the Congo. The other men, characters, the certified total of 27, would normally require 3 air crew, but men had been working with Angolan mechanics to get the plane flight ready. Tornado is believed U.S. authorities to have been at the controls. The aircraft began taxiing, commuting with the control tower. It was carried out and runway at the show. The tower tried to contact, but no response, and the tracking transponder was turned off with lights off. The aircraft began taxiing over, heading southwest over the Atlantic Ocean. Neither the plane or the two men have been seen since. I wonder what happened to them. Interesting. What other ones you want to hear? Ooh, 1954. This one looks interesting. Which story? This one. On January 1950, the Douglas C-54 Skymaster, serial number 427249, disappeared en route from Alaska to Montana with 44 people on board. The aircraft made its last radio contact 2 hours into its 8-hour flight. This was one of the largest rescue efforts carried out by U.S. military. No trace of the aircraft has been found. It is considered one of the largest group of American military personnel to ever go missing. In flight, the 1st Strategic Support Squadron Aircrew Command out of Biggs Air Force Base, Texas. In addition, into 8-man crew with carrying 36 passengers, including 2 civilians, a woman and her infant son. The aircraft had made an internal stop to divert, but was delayed several hours after reporting turbulence with one of the 4 engines. The aircraft was flying from Anchorage, Alaska to Grand Falls, Montana. 2 hours into its 8-mile developed, it reported it on course. It had departed over Sang Yukon, but then there was no further messages. An hour it failed to show up in Montana. Operation Mike, named for the Colonel's first Michael, was launched, and the rescue combination as many as 85 Americans and Canadian planes, in addition to 7,000 personnel searching 350,000 square miles of the Pacific Northwest. The search was aided by the fact that soldiers and equipment had been ferried north for upcoming exercise, a joint Canadian U.S. war games scenario However, contents of the operation unfolded, searching giving many false positive reports of smoke signals, garbled communications, and strangled warnings for survivors. On January 30th, a C-47 Air Force serial number 451015, the 757 fighter wing that had been patrolling in the area selected and crashed in the Blue Mountains. Its crew members were injured, but there were no fatalities. It walked 15 kilometers to the Alaska Highway, flagged down a truck called in support for its 5 8 crew members. On February 7th, the C-47 D-45 and 37 will face 1,000 wreckage. Crew on board, however, there were no fatalities. On February 6th, the Royal Canadian Air Force C-47 crashed near Sag again, and 4 members suddenly only light injuries. Later, its records would be temporarily mistaken for the missing C-54. The operation was initially suspended on February 14th as the plane were needed to investigate the crash of a B-36 that had been carrying and dropped its Fat Man type nuclear weapon. Though the core of the weapon was leaded in the case. Aftermath. February 20th, the search was officially cancelled and notifications were sent to night of return, and passengers were presumed dead. Suddenly, the 2 February identified flying objects by officials selected by a week after the disappearance, and second 2 days the disappearance, the 19th of April, Sergeant William Yeti of hotel that had been 2 UFOs hovering on a canoe reported back. On January 28th, Lieutenant Cole Bishop found cigar-shaped UFOs and ruled out the paranormal no recognized aircraft. The later incidents on the 25th of January, within hours of the C-54 last transmission. In 2012, the documents of missing servicemen started a petition to the federal government, though the We the People petition system seek out the family remains. All are gone. Wonder what happened to them. Did they disappear? Did aliens get them? Who knows? What other story you want to hear? This one, Pakistan International Flight 404. Pakistani UFO, the Fokker F-27 fighter that disappeared shortly after takeoff on August 25, 1989 at 7:26 a.m. A domestic scheduled passenger flight of Pakistani Airlines took off from the city of Gilgit, Pakistan. On its two-way national incident with the pilots of the aircraft made routine radio calls at 7:40. This was the last communication within the aircraft. Though the crashed in the Himalayas, but the records have never been found. After a research mission launched the Pakistani military during the first 3 or 4 days. Later, search pattern and organized common civilian and armed forces personnel to search the surrounding 8,000-meter high and 6,000 feet mountain near Parbat, but never was found. 54 all presumed dead. Wonder what happened to them. Never been found. And this one. last one will be Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. It was a scheduled flight from Malaysia to Beijing Capital Airport. The aircraft made its first control traffic at 1:19 Malaysia time and 7 UTC time, March, and it was over the South China Sea. Then, an hour after takeoff, 50 Philippines aircraft control to NRC 200 miles. 12 Malaysian crew and 227 passengers from 15 nations disappeared. Another search began in the Gulf of Thailand and South China Seas where the aircraft was last detected. Finishing series radar. The start of Noida and Amir Sea. Between these aircraft and inter-satellite communications network complained to the control of the flight 8:19 a.m. and the last transmission from the captain was okay, good night, 370. This is when they disappeared. Who knows what happened to these passengers? More of them might be pilot suicide since we found some parts of this aircraft, but we still haven't found the bodies.
And welcome.
This is disappeared. We don't know what happened. My guess the stolen passports and the pilot were trying to take over the aircraft, and I think they failed because he flew too high, and they all died. Another situation, another one is aliens got them, and the only parts that were left were that flap and a piece of the wing. Mine's going towards pilot suicide, but we'll never know because the parts are all disappeared. So, what do you think happened to all those missing aircrafts? Do you think they disappeared? Do you think some of it was sabotage? Or do you think aliens got some of them? I think aliens got some of them. Some of it I think was just was foul play. Well, us has been interesting, yes. Well, I should sign off. Mr. 8B survived that plane crash. Look at this scar. Well, I should go. Happy Halloween.